Okay, gang. So here's what I'm going to do next for y'all. I haven't showed you yet how to implement an integrated differentiation or an integrated cost leadership strategy. But it kind of starts with this competitive intelligence reports. What we're looking for is a hole in the market. Now, arguably right now, I'm in a very enviable position, right? I mean, I am the market leader. And normally, when you're the market leader, you would not make a change in your strategy. Okay, so I'm going to do that though. And here's what I see. If I look at the industry average, I see that the industry average is 4.7 stars and the industry average price is $286. However, when I look at the competitive efforts by company, I see that no one is at that 4.7 stars, okay? And I think if I come in at 4.7 and 286, I can probably be pretty competitive. Now, I'm not actually going to come in at exactly 286. I'll show you more about that in a bit, okay? In the drone, the industry average is 4.4, and it is highly competitive. It's highly concentrated right there in the middle of the industry, okay? So I'm not going to make the change on the UAV drone strategy. Okay, I'm in really good shape there. Okay, I'm still the market leader, almost doubling up on Team D's market share here. Okay, so what I'm going to do very simply is I'm going to change my strategy on the camera to integrated cost leadership because I see that hole in the middle of the market. Okay, so I'm going to go to 4.7 stars and I want to sell that product for an average price. So I need to take a look at the industry overview to see what the average price within the industry is. Okay, so the average price is $280. So here's my deal. I'm going to try to sell a 4.7 star for $280 and see what happens. Okay, this would be simply running an integrated cost leadership strategy. So obviously on the camera, I need to very much improve my quality. Okay, I'm going to try to get to a 4.7 stars. One way that you can do that and to have a cost advantage is to lessen the number of models that you have. Okay, so if I drop from 3 models to 2 models, I actually drop my cost. Okay, did you see that? At 3 models, I'm $116.90. At 2 models, I'm $116.90. Well, I go up 7 cents, but I go up 0.2 stars. Okay. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to look at the industry. I'm going to look at these AC benchmarks to see what a middle of the road camera looks like. Okay. It looks like around $8 or $9 on all of these, what we used to call core components. Okay. So that tells me that I'm really low on those core components. So if I go back to product design and improve my image sensor size, if I improve my LCD size, if I improve my image quality and improve my number of photo modes, okay, now I'm exactly where I want to be. I'm at 4.7 stars. That's exactly where I wanted to be, remember? And my costs have only gone up about $10 per camera. So I've increased my quality almost 20%, but I've only increased my cost 8 or 9%, okay? So now we go to marketing, and I believe that I can sell that 4.7 star for an average price of $280. So I'm going to start with an average price of $280 by selling in all 4 of my markets at $280, right? If I'm selling in North America, Europe, Asia, Latin America for $280 in every market, then obviously my price is an average $280, okay? It makes sense? All right, so I've set my price at $280. Now I need to take into account the exchange rate fluctuations. Okay, the exchange rate here results in a net increase in my money as I bring it back home. Okay, so I can cut my price to $276. Here, I'm losing money when I bring my money back home, so it needs to go to 294. Here I'm losing money, so it needs to go to 286. And here I'm losing money, so it needs to go to 300. Okay? So you see what happened to my market share in each of those markets as I did that, okay? But you remember, I wanted to sell my product for an average price of 280. And since I increased my price in 3 markets and only decreased my price in 1 market, namely North America, my average is too high. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up my calculator, okay, and I'm going to add these numbers together: 276, 294, 286, and 300. My sum is 1156. So if I divide that by 4, it's 289. So if I'm shooting for an average price of 280, that means I can subtract $9 from every market. Okay, subtracting $9 in North America puts me at 267. Subtracting $9 in Europe, Africa puts me at 285. In Asia Pacific, it puts me at 277. And in Latin America, at 291. Okay? All right, so I now want to adjust my marketing variables, and I've got pretty good performance here. Before I go any further, let me take a look at compensation and facilities and see what I'm looking like. Wow, I've got a lot of excess capacity here, okay? Again, pulling up the calculator, if it'll pull up for me. Okay, my demand is 1144.8, and the correct way to state that is 1,144,800 cameras. If I divide that by my capacity of 1466, that means I'm at 78% capacity, okay? So the bottom line there is I am not using my factory like I should be. So I'm going to go back to marketing, and I'm going to see what happens if I increase my marketing. Okay, I'm gaining market share when I do that, so that's a good thing. Okay. And then 2559 and 2559. In case you're wondering where I'm getting those numbers from, I'd like to point out to you that the number of local retail shops is 4,916, 4,284, 3,591, and 2,559. All I'm doing in my marketing budget is I'm allocating $1,000 per retailer for advertising and for website displays, okay? So now let's take a look at my compensation and facilities to see how I'm doing. I picked up about 44,000 units of demand there. Okay, so I'm going to take now 1188.3 divided by 1466. I'm at 81%. I'm still not where I want to be. Okay, here's the kicker, guys. You remember my strategy was integrated cost leadership. You have to think about what that means. Go back to chapter 4 if you need to. Integrated cost leadership means that we sell an average quality camera or drone for a slightly lower than average price. Okay, so I am average quality, okay, at 4.7 stars. I'm probably not average on my marketing variables. I'm going to open that up in another window here so I can take a look at it. Okay, I'm going to set those variables such that I'm at the average. Okay, so it looks like for company H, retailer support budget last year was 810. This is North America. I'm at 838. I'm okay with that. Sales promotion, 6 weeks, 15. I'm the market leader there, and I'm okay with that. The real one that's going to bite me if I don't fix it is the warranty. So I'm going to come up on my warranty to 90 days. Okay. That's going to be slightly lower than average. Okay. I could arguably come up to 120 days if you wanted me to. okay, so that I'd have a better than average warranty. But again, I'm just trying to use my factory. I'm trying to optimize the use of my capital resource, okay? Now I'm at 1219.2 divided by 1466. Okay, so it looks like I'm at 83%. One thing I'd like to tell you is if I increase my warranty, I probably should also increase my warranty incentive for my people to make a better quality product. And if you'll read your participants guide, it tells you that when you do something in one factory, you should also do it in the other factory. Okay, so I put 320 here and 640 there. What I'm trying to do is just trying not to get killed in the number of warranty claims that I have. Okay. All right. So the last piece of the puzzle, I think if I do this, that I'll really use my factory very, very well. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to drop my price until I see an increase in demand. Okay, so I went down $7 there to 260. Okay, I'm going to go down here until I see a big increase in demand. I'm watching market share or units when I do this. Whoops. Okay, went from 343 to 353. That's good. Okay, I'm going to go down in Asia Pacific. Okay, that's not a real big increase. So I'm going to go down until I see my next increase. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing in Latin America. Okay. All right, so now I'm at 17.7, 16.3, 15.3, and 12.5%. Okay. Market share. So look at compensation and facilities. And I'm at 1268.7 divided by 1,000 or 1,463,000. So let me do the math on that one last time. 1268.7 divided by 1463. Okay, that's 87% of my factory. Arguably, that might be a little bit too much, but I'm going to leave it there, okay? So leave my price there. Let me take an average of my selling price to show you what this really means when you say integrated cost leadership, okay? It's 260, 278, 271, and 282, okay? Remember I said I wanted to have an average quality camera and sell it for slightly better than an average price. So dividing that by 4, my average selling price is $272.75 in the 4 geographic markets. If you'll recall, last year, okay, if we look at the industry overview, last year the average selling price across all 4 markets was $280. So what have I done? I've priced lower than the industry average price, but I'm selling an average quality product, okay? So that's the essence of an integrated cost leadership strategy. All right, thanks for watching.